What you see here is a box of draft dots, small box, in the sun. This edge here comes from this corner, the vertical leg of that box. It's not a very big box, but this vertical leg is the shadow casting edge, and it will come, see how my pen comes all the way to the corner, and then it is this shadow casting edge that creates this line, and this shadow casting edge that is this line, and then again that other leg casting that line. So we see two legs of the box, and we see the top corners of the box. And your shadow can be, you know, any direction, it doesn't matter. This could be at any angle to the sun, making any, you know, numerous shadows in there. So we're just going to understand the basic concepts of shadows. Shadows have two dimensions. They have a direction, which side is it coming on, and they have a height, or how high is the sun in the sky. This particular shadow is very long in comparison to the object itself. So I know that my sun is very low in the sky, and actually it is 8 o'clock in the morning. So the sun is very low in the sky, creating a long shadow. At noon, the sun would be much higher, and the shadow might be down here. So we have a direction for the sun, and we have a height for the sun. And the light source is so far out there that the two are actually one, but we're going to create them as two separate things. What we start with first is a flagpole. That's the essence of a shadow, is a flagpole. So this is like the flagpole out in the middle of the playground. And to create the shadow of that, we need a direction. Where do we want the shadow to fall? It can fall anywhere, all the way around the sun, or the light can be anywhere on this. I'm going to pick that my sun is over here on the left, and it's creating a shadow going back this direction. Then we pick a height. I'm going to use an orange pencil here, and I'm going to say that the sun is relatively high in the sky, and this is my sun's ray line drawn in orange, and where they cross, then this is the length of the shadow. That is the length of the shadow, and then everything else can be erased. The next idea is, if we have more than one shadow creating the, more than one line creating the shadow. Let's say we're out on the football field and we see the goalpost, and we're in perspective. We're high up in the stands looking down on the field, very small field. We're very far away, cheap seats. And I want to now, I don't have to relate it to this shadow at all. Let's say I want to pull the sun going completely horizontal. That's my direction. How high, let's say that it's evening. The football game is starting in evening, and I want my shadow longer. Well, probably not that long, but I want it to be like this. Oops. And so my sun's ray meets my flagpole there, and there is the length of my shadow. But what's missing? That horizontal. Well, what do I have to do? All I have to do is pull a sun's ray from that horizontal right there, and right here, and I connect the dots. There's a horizontal connecting those two dots, so that's all I have to do is connect the dot. You can be a little more accurate than I am, but there's your shadow. Let's try one more. Let's try a shape like this, an N, out in the middle of the field. Where it would be, I don't know. We know we need to pick a direction. Flagpole shadows. We know we need to pick a sun's height for the length of our shadows. And we know that then this angle in here starts at the top of the closest leg and it ends at the bottom of the other leg. So what direction would that go? Do this. So even when it's not real evident, you just figure it out. Start with what you know.